Alright, we'll start today with Bladed Fury. This is a single-player action platformer from PM Studios that offers roughly 4 to 5 hours of gameplay with a download around 750 megabytes. The hack and slash combat is difficult to master but really fun once you get it down, and the game has a unique art style that looks great on the Switch. In addition, there are a few different game modes to keep it from getting stale, and it even has a challenge mode that will truly test your skills. If you're interested in Bladed Fury, make sure to pick it up before the sale ends on August 11th. It's marked down 60% to a new low of just $7.99. Next we have Cardaclysm, Shards of the Four. This is a single-player roguelike deck builder with some RPG mechanics thrown into the mix. The game has a download around 2.7 gigs and offers plenty of playtime, mostly due to the difficulty level. We play as a dark wizard after accidentally unleashing the Four Horsemen upon the world through dark magic. Of course, you'll be trying to build the strongest deck to fight with during the combat sections, and eventually you'll face off against the big boss battles. If you enjoy deck builders or roguelikes, make sure to check this one out before the sale ends on the 14th of August. Right now it's 66% off and a new low of just $5.09. Next up, Castle Crashers Remastered. This is an arcade-style beat-em-up with both local and online co-op for up to 4 people. It has a download under 200 megabytes and offers more than a dozen hours of gameplay. There are more than 25 different characters, tons of weapon variety, and even a leveling system to reward your hard work. Now here on the Switch, it runs at a smooth 60 frames a second, and in addition to the co-op, it also has PvP options as well, so you can battle it out with some friends. Like with Lost Castle, this is a ton of fun online, and right now you can pick it up at a new low price of just $7.49, knocking it down half price until August 8th. Next we have Narita Boy. This is a single-player strategy adventure game from Team 17 with a download just over 900 megabytes, and it offers around 7 to 8 hours of main story gameplay. Now this one takes place in the 80s and the story is incredibly deep. It deals with some heavy issues but in a unique way, and combining that with the graphics makes for a very strange and one-of-a-kind experience. The platforming and controls feel great, and there's a surprising amount of action as well, plus you get new skills and unlockables along the way too. If you're interested in Narita Boy, make sure to pick it up before the sale ends on August 11th. It's marked down 65% to a new low of just $8.74. Alright, we'll start with Conan Chop Chop. This is a side-scrolling beat-em-up with online and local multiplayer action available for up to 4 people. It has a download just under 900 megabytes and again offers dozens of hours of gameplay, where you have 4 playable characters, all with their own unique skills and stats, plus the weapon variety is outrageous. Now this is a game that really shines when you can play with some friends, but it's great solo as well. Teamwork will be key if you do get a group together, and the story is very comedic. If you're interested in this one, be sure to pick it up before the sale ends on the 8th. Right now it's marked down to just $9.99, which is half price and a new low. Doom Eternal. This is the FPS sequel to Doom 2016 where they ramped everything up to 11. The main story will last 20 to 25 hours to finish, plus there's some DLC available as well. There are new weapons and abilities, some of the most intense combat sections in any Doom, and it also features motion aim controls as well. Like I said before, the online was a bit of a letdown, but it's still an amazing game and worth checking out while on sale until August 8th. Right now both versions are 75% off, making the base edition just $14.99, while you can pick up the deluxe for just $22.49. Next up we have Fight and Rage. This is a side-scrolling beat-em-up with local co-op for up to 3 people, and it has a download around 450 megabytes. Now this one offers more than 24 hours of gameplay on average, but like with most beat-em-ups, there's a ton of replay value here, so you'll likely get even more than that. It has a cool combo system, tons of unlockables, and an extreme challenge mode for the most hardcore of gamers. It also has multiple endings based on how you play throughout the game. Again, in addition to local co-op, it has PvP options, and if you're interested in Fight and Rage, be sure to grab it up before the sale ends on August 8th. It's marked down 55% to a new low of just $8.99. Next up we have Greek Memories of Azur. This is a gorgeous single-player platform adventure game from Team 17 with a download around 1.6 gigs, and it offers 8 to 10 hours of main story gameplay. This one has beautiful hand-drawn art and animations and follows a young group of siblings on an adventure to thwart an incoming invasion. The game lets you swap between characters on the fly and even use both at once to solve puzzles or reach new areas, and once you get it down, it's a lot of fun. Now each of the siblings do play a little bit differently from one another, so you'll have to learn each one's strengths and weaknesses. This is another fantastic deal this week, right now marked down 60% to a new low of just $7.99 until August 11th. Alright, we'll start with Grow, Song of the Evertree. This is a single-player action RPG offering more than 30 hours of gameplay with a download around 2.5 gigs. This is a beautiful game with a unique mechanic where you can actually grow new worlds with the materials that you find along your journey, and this is how you'll progress through the story. There's a town builder as well with tons of options, and the main story is full of memorable characters and moments, and the game is loaded with secrets. If you're interested in Grow, be sure to pick it up before the sale ends on the 9th. It's marked down 40% to a new low of just $14.99. Next up, we have Nickelodeon Kart Racers 2 Grand Prix. This is a multiplayer kart racer similar to Mario Kart 8, only this time with characters from popular shows from Nick and Nick Jr. It has a roughly 2GB download and offers tons of replayability, of course, plus it has both local and online modes, which is a must in these kart racers in my opinion. There are plenty of racers and tracks, cool weapons and maneuvers, and right now you can pick it up at a new low of just $9.99, marked down 75% until the 11th. Slipstream is a multiplayer racer, this time with a retro-inspired look and sound, and it has a small download around 360 megabytes. The game has local co-op for up to 4 people and offers plenty of variety and replayability to justify the price. You have races from all over the world, a couple of cool mechanics that you can use, including the rewind and slipstream abilities, plus the game runs great on the Switch. If you like retro racers, be sure to check this one out before the sale ends on the 8th. It's marked down 15% to a new low of just $8.49. Next we have Streets of Rage 4. This is a co-op beat 'em up with a download around 4 gigs and it offers again tons of replayability due to the multiplayer nature of the game. It has both online and local options as well, making it another great value this week. The fighting and controls are on point, there are unlockable characters, plus the art and animations are top tier, not to mention the one-of-a-kind soundtrack. If you're interested in Streets of Rage 4 or you like a good beat 'em up, make sure to grab this one up before the sale ends on the 8th. Right now it's half price and a new low of just $12.49. Super Mega Baseball 3 is a multiplayer sports title with a retro look and feel to it, and it has a download around 5.5 gigs. For fans of baseball that want something a bit less realistic and more arcade-ish, skip out on the show and give this one a shot for a fraction of the price. If you played either of the Ken Griffey games back on the Super Nintendo, this game looks and feels a lot like those, and it has online and local multiplayer, tons of customization, and overall it's just enjoyable to play. Right now you can pick up SMB 3 on sale for just $13.49, a 70% discount and new low until the 7th. Vagante is a multiplayer action platformer with a retro look and a small download just under 230 megabytes. The game is incredibly difficult and it definitely requires teamwork when you get together with friends online to play, but it's a blast, especially since you can play with up to 4 people in both local and online modes. You have different classes, randomly generated maps, and of course those sweet boss battles that we all love. If you're interested in Vagante, be sure to pick it up before the sale ends again on the 8th. Right now it's 25% off and a new low of just $11.24. Windjammers 2, this is a multiplayer arcade-style sports title with a download around 640 megabytes and offers tons of hours of chaotic fun. It offers 2-player battles both online and locally, and it's the sequel to a beloved classic from a past generation. This time around there's more characters, more game modes, amazing updated graphics, and all while retaining the feel of the original and respecting the fans. Now the game's simple to learn but difficult to master, but it is a blast once you get it down, and right now you can pick it up at a new low price of just $15.99, a 20% discount again till the 8th. 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim is a single-player adventure title with a large portion of the game designated to real-time strategy segments. The story revolves around 13 main characters and it's absolutely amazing. The sci-fi setting is fantastic and it's brought to life in the 2D sections. But my favorite part were the top-down real-time battles. Now the game is very deep and offers more than 35 hours of gameplay with the download slightly under 4.4 gigs. It will likely consume your game time for a bit, but if you're interested in this one, make sure to grab it up before the sale ends on the 8th. It's marked down 35% to a new low of just $38.99.